Hello everyone, how are you doing? It's Clara and I'm back with another one of my spoiler-free reviews of the Exit games, and this time it's a bit of an older one. It's a two-parter and it is Exit Catacombs of Horror. Yes, this has been out quite a while, but for some reason I've never actually played it, and so it was on my catch-up list. This one's great because it's a longer game, but they offer you a really good way of stopping halfway through, which is fantastic. So what did I think of this? Well, that's what we're going to talk about. Like I say, this will be a spoiler-free one, and I will do a separate video where I go over what I thought of puzzles. But this one is basically a general overview of Catacombs of Horror. Now, what did I think of this? There's no Exit games that I hated. There's some where I've hated one or two of the puzzles, but generally I've pretty much liked them all. But Catacombs of Horror, I don't know. This is one of my favourites, I think. I really enjoyed it. I realise it's sort of a fresh play. In fact, we finished playing it this morning. But I just really enjoyed the game. Now, it's got this horror theme, which I kind of like. I like the fact that it's a bigger game. I like the fact that you still have the opportunity to take a break in the middle, which is really kind of cool. This one, what's weird about this one is a level 4.5 in terms of complexity, and we took no clue cards. For some reason, all the puzzles, none of them felt easy, but none of them felt hard. Like, some of them we got straight away, but I wouldn't say they were easy. But none of them felt particularly hard. There were some we had to think about, for sure. And we weren't too worried about the timing in that regard, although I'd still say we sort of kept it below the upper end. We probably, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 hours, something like that. So we didn't blast through it, but yeah, we used no clue cards, which I was sort of surprised, given that it was a 4.5 out of 5 in terms of complexity. So I don't know what that says, but apparently the puzzles worked to me. I liked the theme, like I say, this horror theme, that was really cool. And then there were some of the puzzles in here, like some of them. There's one where I just marveled at the ingenuity. I think it was easier to solve than it would have been to actually make the puzzle. And so I thought that was really cool, and I appreciated that as a sort of the nerd in me, right? And the final puzzle, that was sweet. There was just something really cool about it. I didn't think it was going to work. I saw where they were going with it, and I was like, this isn't going to work. And it did, and it was brilliant. We did kind of red herring by concentrating, trying to work out the final solution before we had all the parts, but that happens sometimes. It's always the case with Exit games, isn't it? But other than that, like I say, some of them, yeah, some of the clues were really easy, but all of them felt satisfying. None of them felt like, I'm to do that. I would say that there's a lot of noticing in this game. You've got to notice this and you've got to notice that, or you've got to look closely at things. There is one puzzle in particular that I just really enjoyed it. And I could see that if my housemate hadn't have been like, I think we've got to do this. If they hadn't have done that, I would have needed clue cards. There's no way I would have thought of doing it. Absolutely zero chance I would have thought of doing it. It was obvious, the clues were there, and of course that's what you got to do. But it didn't even cross my mind. But luckily, I wasn't playing this alone. I was playing with my best mates, so they thought about it. And it actually didn't hold us up. I could see that would be something that would hold us up for flipping ages, if I'm perfectly honest. But yeah, overall, this was really good fun. It felt meaty. It's a double one. It's pretty much sort of the size of 2 Exit games. And it pretty much felt that way. I liked the way that you had the break in the middle as well. That was kind of cool. In fact, we made the most of that because, we sort of like, well, okay, let's get a brew, and then realised that we were tired. So that was good that we had that opportunity. And yeah, really enjoyed this. An older one, but really enjoyed the puzzles. Really enjoyed some of the ingenuity, and definitely one of my favourites, Catacombs of Horror. Take care. Until next time. Bye bye.